Hey, it's Brad with Rock Shop here, and today we're going to talk about the top 10 hottest comics of the week from Covrprice.com. And I'm going to give you my opinion as both a 30-year collector of comics and also a 8-year comic shop owner of whether you should buy or pass, or if you already own these, if you should hold or sell. So stay tuned. All right, so let's get started. So at number 10 on the Covrprice top 10 hottest comics of the week, we've got Black Panther. Number 3, it's the 1 in 25 variant, and it contains the first appearance of Tosin Oduye, which is a new hero from Wakanda. Okay, not only is it a 1 in 25 allocated variant, which is going to be more rare, but it also contains the first cover appearance as well. He is on the second printing of number 3, but as far as all the first printings, it's his first cover appearance and his first appearance. So let's look and see what we're at right now. Covrprice has the latest recorded sales value, February 9th, which was yesterday, as this is recorded on February 10th, as $490. We can go down and look at the FMV, which is $447, and the last highest sales, these are all within a week. You know, we're looking at $585, $589, $600. There are no graded sales yet because this comic just came out. I believe it was last week. So it's a first appearance. I totally would not recommend buying at this high of a price because it really depends on what happens with this character. Is this a character that you will care about in 5 or 10 or 20 years? And that's really what I look at when I'm investing. I either want to do a quick flip, you want to sell while it's hot, or you want to see what the long-term value will be, and will there be demand for this character years from now. And that will also kind of depend on what happens with him within the MCU. Is he going to stay only in the comics, or will he also be in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, either in one of the movies or a Disney Plus series? So we don't know. That is really high, but really this is something that would have been a good pickup when you could buy it the week it was released. It's probably in the $30 to $50 range, and now it's gone insane. So if you did pick it up at that price range, it might be a good time to sell it. Okay, at number 9, we've got Amazing Spider-Man 210. This is the first appearance of the Spider-Man villain, Madam Webb. I remember seeing this when it first came out, and I really thought it was Aunt May as a villain, which is kind of crazy, right? If you look at her, it looks like Aunt May with a mask on. Old lady villain. But anyway, first appearance of Madam Webb. She is going to appear in the MCU. So these back issue prices of her first appearances have really spiked up. So if we look at the current raw comic fair market value, is at $248.50 was the last recorded value, and the FMV is $209. That's a 75.52% increase of her first appearance. And really, any kind of first appearance of a villain for a big hero like Spider-Man is probably something good to pick up. So if you see this out in the wild, this is probably something good to get. It's probably going to have some good long-term value. And let's look at graded comics. The most common grade is a 9.4 with the FMV of 272, but that was skewed. This is looking at historical data, so it's going to be skewed lower. So what you want to do is look at the most recent increases or the most recent sales. Okay, and that'll give you a better idea. But you can see the FMV of a 9.8 is $1,700. Okay, 9.6 is $653. So something, if you want to look in your collection, see if you have it, see if it's in great shape, or if a pressing would clean it up where you can get an a 9.6 or 9.8 range, it's a good time to submit it to CGC if you wanted to do that. At number 8, we've got Amazing Spider-Man 637. It's the first new Madam Web. So it's Julia Carpenter. She's the younger, she's not the Aunt May looking Madam Web. Okay, so this is going to be a more affordable issue if you want to get into it. Let's look at the FMV. It's a 16% increase. The latest raw recorded value was right at $100. Raw comic FMV on average is 62.29. Let's look at latest raw sales. We're from $50 to $60 to $100. I'm sure those were more in a higher grade. And at 9.8 is $220. At number 7, we've got Daredevil, Woman Without Fear, number 2. This is another variant cover. It's a 1 in 25. It's really a cool cover. I'm asking why she's in sweatpants or pajamas when it's snowing out. That looks like it's pretty cold. Anyway, it's a pretty cool cover. Allocated variant. Again, with these, you got to ask yourself, years from now, are people going to be wanting or searching for this particular cover? I would, if you can get it cheap, or if you really love the cover, go ahead and get it. But at an FMV of 75, I'd probably pass on that right now. I don't really see that going up in the long term or maintaining that in the long term. At number 6, we've got, again, Black Panther. Number 3, this is the Gary Frank variant cover. Again, it's another variant of number 3, which is the first appearance of Tosin Oduye. And you can see this is already trending down. This came out Monday. I'm recording this on a Thursday, and in the future I'll try to do it a little earlier in the week, but it's already on a downtrend. $40.80 for the raw comic here. Was the last recorded sale. The actual average is $36.71. If we look, it had a high point of 60, 50, 49. Lowest draw, that's going to be the week of the release. Again, this is only a few weeks old, and these were probably cover price. All right, at number 5, we've got Star Wars Darth Maul, number 3. This is the first Cad Bane on a cover. Not his first appearance, but his first cover appearance. So, again, any major Star Wars character, that's probably a good thing to get. He's becoming pretty popular. Really reminds me of, if you're an Iron Maiden fan, for some of the poster art for the Somewhere in Time album, Eddie is dressed just like that. It's like this futuristic, westernized bounty hunter. So maybe it had some Iron Maiden inspiration for this character, but it's first cover appearance of someone that has just appeared in the Book of Boba Fett series. Now, a few weeks ago, I would have said probably pass on this because Book of Boba Fett, the ratings have been subpar. And you've got a lot of mixed reviews about it. Some people love it, some people hate it. However, I think the last few episodes, as of this recording, have, from what I've heard, really good reviews. So this may actually end up being better than I thought it would, because I think the last few episodes has really elevated the complete series. I've only watched episode 1 so far, so I don't really know yet. But for his first cover appearance, $75 raw. Now, this is something that you can go into your local comic shop, especially if it's like a much larger shop, or one of those huge chains like a Second and Charles or a Books A Million. Go look in their back issue bins, and you may be able to find this at Covrprice or even in some bargain bins. So this is something to go on the hunt for. It's always good to have a first appearance or a cover appearance. $75 raw right now. So this is something that I would go and look and see if you can pick up for cheap. Okay, this leads us to Star Wars Darth Maul number 2, and this is the first full appearance of Cad Bane. So again, a Star Wars character that originated in the comics and it's now on a Disney Plus series. That's pretty cool. And you can see now the Raw comic last recorded sale as of this recording was $220. And the Raw comic is, the average is $200. There's a 9.8 comic, and 9.8s for modern current books like this are going to be easier to find. So 9.8 went for $700. So again, go to your comic shops. They may not have caught onto this yet, and I'm not saying rip them off or anything like that, but especially the big chains like a Second and Charles, a lot of times you can find these. They're not going to go in their back issues and look for these comics. So it's something to go out on the hunt and see if you can find it. Okay, number 3 is the New Teen Titans, number 21. Okay, this is one of my favorite series of all time. I would say, just being a collector or investor, get the whole the complete New Teen Titans run. Really great run by Marv Wolfman and George Perez. But the cool thing with this is it's really a twofer for first appearances. Actually, it's more than a twofer, but you've got Brother Blood, which is a major New Teen Titans villain, along with Harbinger and Monitor, which would appear in Crisis on Infinite Earths, and you've got Night Force. So you've got a lot of first appearances in this one book. The Night Force is actually an insert introducing it, just like how the New Teen Titans were first introduced as an insert into DC Comics Presents. So, and I would if you see these raw, flip it open, make sure someone didn't pull out the insert for the Night Force, because, kids back in the day would do stuff like that. They'd clip out coupons. Look at that. It's always good to flip through these older books anyway, just to make sure that they are complete. They didn't have clipped coupons, anything like that. But man, you can get this really cheap right now, $12.80. This is a buy for sure. If you can get a high grade in this, the FMV of $12. Graded right now is at 9.8 for $178. You never know if Baron Blood would become a major villain. Okay, at number 2, we've got Amazing Spider-Man number 88. You've got Queen Goblin on the cover. I'm not sure if this is a first appearance or not, and it's an awesome Art Adams cover, one of my favorite artists. Right now, it's the first appearance of Queen Goblin, and it is 1604. Again, this is something, it's not super expensive. You never know if this is going to be a major character or not. Maybe she'll appear in one of the new Spider-Man movies or MCU movies. $16, that's still not bad. I would pick this up if you can. This was, again, a very new comic. It was released last week. So I would say buy. Queen Goblin looks really cool. Cool cover. I would say go ahead and buy this. And finally, at number 1, the number 1 hottest comic of the week is, for the third time on the list, you've got Black Panther number 3. It's actually the Legacy 200 issue, but it's number 3. It's the first appearance. It's the regular cover. Okay, and you can get this at $46 raw. It's the last recorded value, or the last recorded sale. The FMV is 45, so it's really about the same. It's already trending a little bit downward right now. Again, if you got it cheap, it may even be a good time to sell or hold on to it. You may want to hold, because again, you never know. Is this character going to take off in the MCU? Is it going to be popular with Marvel, or is this someone that you'll forget about in a couple years from now and no one will care? Okay, but that's it for the top 10 comics of the week. I hope you enjoyed this. And if you did, make sure you like, comment. I'd love to hear your comments. What do you think about these books? Are you going to buy, sell, pass? What do you think? Let me know. Love to engage with you. And also, please, if you enjoyed this, go ahead and click subscribe. Thanks, and I'll see you next week.